So, hello everyone. Welcome back to Nicole Myths, Astrology and Tarot. These are the Newfound Love, New Moon in Cancer, Secret Codename readings, all right? This is Secret Codename Selene. If you are drawn to Selene for whatever reason, please understand that Selene is an astrology white moon, okay, which denotes blessings or the light attributes of your moon sign. So you may want to tune into those. All right, you may want to tune into those. Find out where your Selene white moon placement is and the light attributes of your moon sign, right? Whatever your actual moon sign is. For today's reading, firstly, if you're not familiar with secret codename messages and you're new to the channel, these are purchased by individuals via my Etsy shop. All right, all of my links and things are in the description there. But they go to my Etsy shop and they purchase a secret codename, to which I respond, hey, I got you, and this is your secret codename. In this case, it was Selene. All right, so that they know that this is their reading. This is their secret code name. It is their personal reading. The beauty of these readings is that if you catch them in divine time, whenever they are meant to cross you, whenever you are drawn to a secret code name, chances are there's a message in here for you. Okay. So the new moon in Cancer, new love readings, newfound love readings. I'm using my masculine and feminine decks, my messages decks. Okay, to get an idea of what is going on in the inner conversation, what's manifesting, right, with this newfound love, because new moons are all about manifestation. And then I'm using my Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud as like guidance or insight, whatever you need in order to manifest from a new loving place, right, a newfound loving place within the self, because the inner reflects in the outer. Okay, so we're going to get an idea of what the inner conversation is, and then we're going to pull a guidance card. So, Spirit, please, for secret codename Selene. What is the inner conversation? What is the inner conversation? No, none of them flipped. I definitely felt like one flipped, but it didn't. All right. What is the inner conversation? Oh, man. Your inner self is calling you out. Bottom of the deck. The silence is driving you crazy. I'm stuck because I feel like a horse's ass on top. All right, Selene. So if you're feeling stuck, it's because you feel kind of foolish or stupid and don't know what to do. And you're not necessarily tuning into spirit, feeling on the edge and making bad choices. Okay. So the cards that came out, there's no better feeling than when you love me the way I love you. So this is between you and you. Like, there's no better feeling than when you love yourself. And you need consideration, because it says, I wish you loved me back the way I love you. You never show it. So your higher self loves you and knows there's no better feeling than when you love yourself, and yet you're not loving you. So you're probably putting everybody else first, stuck, don't know what to do. And you tuning spirit out is probably driving you nuts, okay? Your higher self. I can't tell you any clearer than I have. King of Spades. I can't tell you any clearer than I have, and I'm working on a way to get to you. Three of clubs. So Spirit doesn't Spirit doesn't know what other synchronicities and shit it could possibly fucking give you. It wants to answer your wish for you, but it also kind of needs you to give and take with it, right? Because we got 9 of Hearts, which is like the 9 of Cups, with the 6 of Diamonds, which is like the 6 of Coins. And it's higher perspective, King of Swords, with the 3 of Wands. You feel stuck. You feel mentally stuck with the 8 of Spades. It's the 8 of Swords. You're feeling stuck, and you just need to take a leap of faith on yourself and loving yourself and putting yourself first. You just need to put yourself first. That's the answer. It's not what everybody else needs you to do today. You need to do certain things because it feels good for you to get them done. But if it doesn't feel good for you to have to do it, and it's not necessary, or someone else can do it, then you gotta let yourself choose what you really feel like doing. What do I feel like doing? What is self-love today? Is self-love speaking up about this? Is self-love going to this place and doing that? Is self-love putting off buying this for someone else and being like, you know what, this will make my life easier, so I'm going to do this purchase for me instead because I need my life to be made easier? It's not like I want to buy $100 pair of jeans, so I'm going to do it. It's like, no, if I could spend $100 to make my fucking life easier so I'm not as stressed out, then anything else that is a want that someone else wants me to buy can wait because my needs are fucking important. You know what I mean? Just start there. Start with self-consideration. Start with self-consideration. There is no better feeling than when you make shit easier for you. No better feeling than that. Like, you shouldn't have to apologize to yourself. And to be completely fair, anybody who would need you to say, I'm sorry, I put myself first, like, they need to learn that there's such a thing as healthy boundaries and that they can't just take from you, okay? Can't do it. What's the guidance, please? Spirit, from the fairies. The Lady of the Harvest. I believe that is number 18. Yep, 18. The Lady of the Harvest. All right. So I will read this for you. Lady of the Harvest is about completion, grief, loss, harvest, and release. After we have experienced the nurturing and fulfillment of the bright mother, the Lady of the Harvest, also called the Old Woman or Crone, helps us to let go of what is finished and liberate ourselves to move on to the next phase of our activities and relationships. As in the natural world, the old becomes compost for new growth in our lives. The Lady helps us to adapt to change and release. Often we associate the Lady of the Harvest with loss, regret, and grief, and often we are right to do so. The basic phases of grief are shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing, and the deepening of our capacity for love. The Lady of the Harvest understands grief and is patient and kind as we go through the sometimes painful process of letting go. We may well need to be patient and kind with ourselves. We should note here that the grieving process is the same for little losses and large ones. Only the time scale and the intensity of the emotions vary, but they vary enormously. We might go through all the grieving stages of a small loss in a few minutes, while it may take years for a greater loss. On the other side of this letting go business, there are many things that make us lighter and happier when we release them. Old traumas, tasks, or stages in our lives that we are glad to have finished. Unhappy relationships or feelings that cause us pain and inhibit our growth. Sometimes we simply comfortably finish with one aspect of our lives and move on to the next, happily anticipated one. Such releases are cause for celebration, and the old woman joyfully celebrates with us. In this card, we see both the patience, acceptance of loss, and the joyful celebration of liberation. When we liberate something in ourselves or in the world, we grow to be more like the Lady of the Harvest, developing her capacities within us. It is time to accept change, to move on to the next phase. Power and strength in the present and future come from releasing the past. This is a time of liberation, and we might as well cooperate with it. It will happen, whether we want it to or not. Release and liberation may be painful or joyful, depending on the circumstances. Cry if you need to. Be joyful if that is appropriate. But in either case, trust the process. Acknowledge what you feel and prepare to move on. You know, when people have made it quite a habit of depending on you for everything, that you have zero time and energy and effort or resource for yourself, it becomes really hard for them sometimes to adjust to the new you. You know, the you with healthy boundaries. And those people might not take kindly to it because they're used to taking advantage of the fact that you have no boundaries. Doesn't mean that you continue to have no boundaries. It means you release and let go of the dynamics that take advantage of your no boundary version because you're not that version anymore. You're not that version anymore. They've reaped enough harvest from you. And you are allowed to grow and unstick yourself. You don't define yourself through what you do for other people to the detriment of yourself. That is not how you define yourself and live a happy, full experience, okay? It's unfortunate when we have to let people go because we invest our life with them for however long. But if the life is putting you into what is essentially an energetic fucking winter, and you've been in winter for a long time, like, you kind of need your energy so that you can bloom for your spring. You can't stay in an energetic winter forever. All right? And that is the message. Newfound love is going to be for yourself. Newfound love is definitely for yourself. 100%. Okay? I have faith this will help. It's all good. Matter of fact, that's interesting. This is card number 18. 9 plus 6 plus 3 is also 18. And then we've got 0 technically and 8 here. 1s and 8s might be a significant pattern for you to be aware of. Okay, plus 9, 6, 3, it's literally equal steps, digress to progress. Like, you have to shed you have to shed other energies, like probably at a pace that is not gentle. It's not a gentle pace, okay? It's probably a very aggressive pace where you have to just start letting people know that whoever you used to be for them, and it is not the same, and they can either take it or leave it. They could either take your new version for what it is and what it's willing to do, or lose you altogether, and you ain't gonna feel bad about it, right? Secret code name Selene. Count the blessings you create for yourself. All right, until next time. Love you. Bye.